Starting in the number 12 spot is going to be Taylor Peterson driving a Mugen.
Starting in the 11th spot with the Durango, American Ryan Lutz.
Starting in number 10 spot from Sweden, driving a Kyosho, David Ronnefolk.
And starting in the 9th spot, running the X-Ray from America, Josh Wheeler.
Starting in number 8 spot, driving the Team Associated from France, Yannick Aguin.
Starting 7th on the grid from the United Kingdom, rocking the Mugen, Lee Martin.
Starting in the number 6 position, driving the Kyosho, he is your reigning 1/8 scale buggy champion of the world, the number 6 spot, Mr. Cody Kang.
And starting 5th on the grid from Arizona, America, running the Associated car, Ryan Mayfield.
Starting in the number 4 spot, driving for TLR Team Losi Racing from the United States to co-defend.
And the Ninja, running the hot bodies. You know him, you love him. Atsushi Hara.
2008 world champ that he is. Second on the grid from Spain, driving a Mugen, is going to be Robert Battier.
And your top qualifier from Canada in the hot bodies car, Ty Tessman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to rock and roll. Here we go. 2012 World Championship, and we're off and rolling.
Main's underway here, 60 minutes, and we will have a new champion of the world. Getting away clean on the start. Looks like it's going to be Tessman, but in hot pursuit, Robert Battier. They are nose to tail through the far side.
1 hour in front of these drivers to find out who is going to be the next on a very, very short-lived World Championship in 8 scale buggy. It was Cody King in 2012. He had to claw his way back to this finals to try to defend his title. Right now it is Ty Tessman leading the field around for lap number 1. Different lines, not that time the same line. These guys just trying to get in a groove as lap number 1 in a World Championship final is underway.
Tessman and Battier actually starting to stretch themselves out just a little bit from the rest of the field. You see 3rd spot Hara, Mayfield running 4th, and it's Lutz all the way up to the 5 spot. Then it's Aguin, Wheeler, Ronnefolk, Peterson, Martin, Fent, and Kang as they cross the line for lap number 1.
Great start there for Ryan Lutz from the back of the pack to mid-pack. Here's a good shot there underneath the oak tree, the shadow starting to cover more of the track, and it is Ty Tessman out front, up and down. Battier coming up a little short, but staying with the young Canadian. Coming up to this double, full power on the downside. Coming up to step up, step off carousel. Little wider line that time for Battier. Another lap coming in the books as Tessman brings the field around.
I tell you what, lap times in the early stage of this A final very fast compared to what we saw in the semis. Some of the faster laps we saw in the semis, high 45s, and these guys opening up in the low 45s.
Good fight here up front. Battier hanging with Tessman through the double up they go. Around the corner couch. Underneath the oak tree they come. Oh, whoa, no, Tessman, what a save. Huge stoppie coming on the downside of the tabletop. Bounced hard, but able to hang on and maintain the lead with Battier, Hara, and Mayfield behind.
I tell you what, Battier is staying very close to our current leader, Tessman, as you see him working nose to tail. Basically the separation of the grid positions for these guys now, already coming around on lap number 3.
I saw the marshal there going to Enigma, having to run up out of the chair, so somebody crashed. We'll see if it was one of the top runners. I'm thinking maybe it was Hara. It was Atsushi Hara, going to give up a spot there to Mayfield. Mayfield now to the 3 spot.
Tessman pushing hard, and I think Battier pushing a little bit harder on the back door, checking up there through the left-hander. Coming now under the oak tree, over the tabletop. Big shadow there. These guys haven't had to run laps this late in the day, so got to keep an eye out for mistakes in the dark there.
And now you see that shadow all the way into the next line as the sun going down, as we are about 4:45, I think it is, Argentinian time. Here's the battle up front. Tessman coming to that up-down carousel. Battier staying right with him. Over the triple, no problem for both drivers. It's Tessman, Battier, Mayfield. How about Ryan Lutz to the 4th spot? Hara after that crash falling all the way down to 6th.
So running order right now with 3 minutes in the book. Tessman, Battier, Mayfield, Hara to 5, Ronnefolk, Wheeler, Yannick Aguin, Taylor Peterson, Lee Martin, Dakota Fenn, Cody Kang rounding out the running order. Lots of time left to go in this one. 56 minutes remaining.
Long time. Tessman, your lead. Oh, Battier with a 50-50 grind. Here come Mayfield. Mayfield all over him. Oh, Battier goes wide. Mayfield now to the 2 spot. Now, we haven't seen much. I didn't really see the runtime Mayfield was getting during his runs when he was coming in. In the past, he was always one of the shorter, less runtime guys out there. I know Andy's been here. They're working on that engine. Whoa, up on two wheels. So Mayfield hopefully is going to have some good run time, because that before in the previous events has handcuffed him somewhat, having to go a little shorter runs.
Yeah, definitely. Mayfield's one of those guys that doesn't drive a fuel economy style. So
no, he's not driving a Prius out there.
No fault of any of his equipment. That's just he's a manhandler when it comes to that throttle, and pushing hard right now, trying to reel in Tessman.
That is a fact. He has always punched. You can see these guys coming underneath the oak tree. Now we pick up Lutz there. Somebody going off track. Oh, Lutz going off track in the Enigma. Whoops. That was Hara again. So, lots of double stuff. Oh, no, I hope not a servo problem or something for Lutz.
No,
something is broke on Lutz.
Can't turn right.
Oh, no.
Left-handers only. Another mechanical for Lutz at a World Championships. He's had qualification hopes dashed, national championships, and his bad luck continues here.
We're thinking that was Lutz. It sure looked like him. Man, we're going to see when they come down this time. Last time by, he came across in 4th spot. And this time, let's see, he shows in 5th. And now, yes, he is down to 9th spot. Last time he crossed the line. Taylor Peterson up to the 5 spot. Yeah.
Get some, TP.
It is Tessman, Battier, Hara, and Mayfield, your top 4 spot, followed by Taylor Peterson and David Ronnefolk rounding out your top 6.
Lee Martin, Dakota Fenn, Josh Wheeler, Yannicka Gwynn, Lutz dropping down the ladder, and Cody King climbing up 1 spot there as Lutz retiring from this event.
Man, 5 laps in for Ryan Lutz. He hung on to make it in there in the semi, but like in the past, short duration for his race. But Ty Tessman rocking it out front in P1.
Ty Tessman out front going fast, scheduled to lap the field if he stays at this pace compared to everyone else. We know that's going to change, but he's looking very consistent right now. Last time by for Tessman, a 47.3. He's been in those mid-46s, low 47s all along. I think at the top of the show, we mentioned that the opening lap times were very fast. Those were inaccurate. Got corrected as a fast lap of a 46.4 for Tessman, whereas in the semis, they were able to run a high 45.
Tessman way wide going into the Enigma. He is out front. Battier in 2nd. 3rd spot is going to be Hara, followed by Mayfield, TP, Taylor Peterson into 5, Lee Martin in 6. Lee looking strong from the UK. Then we got Dakota Fenn, David Ronnefolk, Josh Wheeler, Yannicka Gwynn, Cody King, and Ryan Lutz rounds out your field. We're 6:15 in, so we're probably about a minute 30 away from the first round of pit stops, Charlie.
Be coming up soon, and it'll be interesting. These guys have been through this a lot, so the pressure's on. They know what to do, but as a pit man, the first pit stops can really kind of set the tone for the event. So all the pressure on these guys right now. They know some of their drivers with a little rough luck at the start, and they're going to be working hard to make that up for them as they splash through pit lane in a couple laps here.
That's a fact. The in-lap and the out-lap so important. Sets the tone to the pit. And Ty Tessman coming in.
Here he comes early, right at the 7-minute mark.
Yeah.
Car up,
Mom and Dad.
Wind up and away.
Yep.
It was a gentle wind up there. Tessman down and clean through the 180 into Bananarama. Here he comes into the baby horseshoe, dropping down, backside doubles.
See Battier, sorry about that, Charlie. See Battier right behind him. Now Battier has not stopped. See what, whoa, again, wing high. He saved it in the semi.
Battier, maybe not stop it with a rough lap, a 51.1 for Battier last time.
Maybe he did come in. Maybe we didn't catch it. But if they came in, maybe he came in the lap before. We'll see Tessman's out lap next time he comes by. Tessman in lap was a 47.5. See what he's got this time by. Battier had that 51.1. Just past the 7.5 minute mark. Tessman at a 52.9 lap. All right, there's the Sushi Hara down and away. Good fuel stop for Harasan. Harasan coming in 3rd. Showing Mayfield falling down to the 5 spot. Taylor Peterson up to 4th last time by. Hara taking a hit there. Looks like he's all right.
Walking and banging through that corner couch there. The top side of that getting very, very rough right now.
We're 8.5 minutes in. Ty Tessman, your leader. Robert Battier 2nd and Sushi Hara 3rd. They are just 0.7 of a second between the front runners. Hara right on the corner of that apex coming out of the Enigma. Carpet, concrete, and then downhill off camber.
into some very rough dirt.
Yeah, very, very rough. Here's a battle right now between Hara and Mayfield. Just a little bit apart. Taylor Peterson behind him.
Mayfield right on the back door of Hara, pushing him around the track right now almost.
Good fight they have there. Still Ty Tessman out front. Last time by, it's down to a 1.9 second lead for Tessman over Battier.
And I believe completed first round of pit stops for nearly the entire field now.
So I'm thinking Battier pitted 1 lap before Tessman.
Yeah. Look, judging by lap times, I think that's exactly what happened here.
So Ty went 7, Battier 6.5.
Yeah. But maybe making that decision solely based on the lane opening. I think they can run 8 pretty easy, just so that's their window of opportunity.
They got it all figured out. They know how many stops they need to make, whether they can save one or the other. We know nobody's going 10. Nobody can go crazy long. It is Tessman out front, followed by Battier, Suchihara, Ryan Mayfield 4, followed by TP, Taylor Peterson. Then David Ronefalk from Sweden, Lee Martin from the UK, Yannick Gwynn from France, Dakota Fenn from the USA, reigning world champion, defending world champion Cody King, Josh Wheeler in 11th, and Ryan Lutz, unfortunately, as you said, retired very early in this one, Charlie. Tough luck for Ryan.
Got a mechanical. We saw him jump up to the top of the Enigma and basically got pushed right off the track, and when he got back up there, couldn't make right turns, so something getting jammed up in the steering or perhaps letting go, but tough luck there for Lutz as we pick up our leader, Ty Tessman, as he continues to lead the way here, starting not a huge lead by any stretch of the imagination right now. Battier just a corner and a half behind him, basically, so keep in contact.
Tessman, Battier, Mayfield, your top 3. Hara about 1.6 seconds behind Mayfield. Ronefalk in a 5 spot, followed by Peterson. Lee Martin, Yannick, Dakota, Cody, Josh is the order of cars that are out running just past the 10-minute mark, 10.5 minutes. Oh, big tumble there for Tessman.
Just getting a little sideways up over that single, crossed up, upside down, and marshal assist. That should
put Battier to the point.
That'll move Battier right on by.
All right, so Robert Battier coming around to the first time. That should be him in front of Ty, leading the World Championship final here as they come across the line. There you go. There's your new leader, Robert Battier.
Driving that number 2 car, started second, waiting in the wings behind Tessman. Got the little bit of a mistake that he needed. And Tessman now moving to the 2 spot. Battier going to lead the way for lucky lap number 13 for him.
So Robert Battier looking good, taking advantage of that mistake from Tessman.
Working our way through this race, barely 10 minutes down. We get 11.5 minutes down.
It is Battier, Tessman, Mayfield, last time by. Battier looking good. The Spaniard driving him, Mugen.
Triple, nice and clean.
Mugen brought a brand new car here, the MBX7. New platform here. Gave it to everybody at the World, and everybody was very, very happy with it. Looking strong, and Battier and Lee Martin and Taylor Peterson put it in the show. 3 Mugens here in the A.
We work around, I believe this Mayfield over the turtle through time and scoring now.
12 minutes complete. 12 minutes complete in this World Championship final. Robert Battier from Spain leading the way. Tessman second, Mayfield in third. Coming up to traffic quickly.
Taking his way through the upside down cars.
And Lee Martin is in the pits.
Yeah, the 7 car of Martin.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Lee Martin was running
keep the
strong.
fire in it.
Terrible luck there for Lee Martin.
Got him back on the track, but dashes some hopes for maybe even a podium finish here at the World Championships.
So Robert Battier out front, Ty Tessman second, Ryan Mayfield third, Atsushi in fourth, followed by Ronefalk. I didn't see what time Hara came in. He came in about the same time as the others. Remember in 2008, he was able to go long in the pits. He kind of hinted on maybe something that he's got longer run time still in the tank.
Battier now through the center section, making that high-speed chicane into the large horseshoe. Now big air over the triple, jumping down on the flats. Not too close to the curbs anymore, kind of playing it safe, not trying to push the issue here.
Battier in. Now Tessman should go 1, maybe 2 laps longer. Oh, brilliant stop. Did Tessman get by? No. So a huge lead right now. This is Mayfield.
Mayfield coming in the pits.
Looks like Mayfield. Man. Bam, bam. Not as fast as Battier, though. It was a good stop.
Battier over the center doubles now through the right-hander. To the Enigma now.
Ooh, up on 2 wheels. Such a tough section. Coming up on traffic.
On the Enigma.
So it is Battier, your leader. Tessman was second. It was an 8-second lead last time by for Robert Battier. That is huge. Pick up David Ronnefolk here. Ronnefolk sitting in the top 5 for the young Swede. Looking very, very good. Long race. We still got 45+ minutes to go in this World Championship final.
Pick up our leader, Battier, through the couch corner, under the oak tree. Jumping just safety first, just landing flat on the top of the tabletop. They don't want to carry any speed down into that left-hander. It's gotten very, very rough down there, catching a lot of drivers off guard early on in the semis.
Battier out of the Enigma coming up to the double. Looks like that might be Hara. Hara in the Enigma. Hara currently in the 3 spot.
45 minutes.
See Tessman in front.
Just at the 15-minute mark. And running order is Robert Battier, Ty Tessman, Atsushi Hara, Ryan Mayfield, David Ronnefolk, Taylor Peterson as your top 6. After that, it's going to be Yannicka Gwynn, Dakota Fenn, Cody Kang, Josh Wheeler, Lee Martin and Ryan Lutz. Martin back on the track, but Lutz back on the track as well, but both of those guys suffering some problems early on. Lutz had a steering issue, and we saw that Martin had to get a restart.
Well, Battier and Tessman last time by 8 seconds apart. And Atsushi Hara looks to be closing in on his hot body teammate, and that is for sure. You see Battier in the top of your screen there. And now this is a battle here between Tessman and Hara. This is what Battier needs for sure, the teammates to be battling. Oh, Hara coming up short. Marshall. Not on the side of the car. Battier, Tessman, and Hara.
Side grab can end a World Championship dash just like that. So hopefully they know. Grab it on the one side only.
I'm sure. Oh, Hara is in.
Coming in the pits hot.
So Hara very late.
Sloppy into the pits too.
Yeah, that was a bad in lap. So any advantage he's going to get, he just gave up probably about 4 seconds in that crash. Now, granted, everybody's going to have crashes. But now, Charlie, that was about 3 laps after Battier and Tessman fueled. So same strategy. He's going to be -1 stop. If my
some of this sounds a little bit familiar, a la 2008.
Exactly. So, but you can't have mistakes like that. A couple more of those is going to negate any advantage he had from fuel stops.
Rolling through the program, almost 17 minutes down in this one, 43 left to go. Working away around with Battier. Battier, Tessman, and Hara, the top 3. Battier was very strong all through qualifying. Second fastest time. Oh, and Lee Martin again looks to have lost the fire in that one.
Oh, terrible luck for Lee Martin from the UK, driving to Mugen.
So far, if you flame out once, you're going to flame out twice.
That's what the record's been here. We saw it with Tebow. It is Battier, your leader, Ty Tessman, second, Ryan Mayfield, third, Atsushi Hara, fourth, followed by David Ronnefolk. Yannicka Gwynn in the 6th spot, Taylor Peterson sitting in 7th, Dakota Fenn in 8th, Cody King in 9th, Josh Wheeler in 10th, and Lee Martin continue to struggle here, and looks like maybe Ryan Lutz back out there.
I think he went back out there. He's going to test.
Yeah.
Durango needs to get some very rough track tests, and he's going to go make that happen right now, so you got to like that.
Never give up.
Never surrender.
Oh, big crash there.
That was our leader. Little bobble.
Little bob, no problem.
Whoops. Everything's okay, though. Still plenty of time left. More than 40 minutes left to go in this final here. 2012 World Championships from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Long time yet to go. Whoa. Man, again, on that curbing. And they step up, step off carousel over the triples. Last time by, it was a big lead. 12-second lead for Battier. And now Ronnefolk looks like, and maybe Tessman. Ronnefolk might be moving up. Hara, looks like Hara got by for second. Ronnefolk and Tessman for third, so Tessman falling all the way down to the 4th spot. Tessman, who was in control with that one time, I think a 4+ second lead over Battier. Couple mistakes has put him back into the fight. There's David Ronnefolk from Sweden, the youngster. but it is Robert Battier. Now, Sushi Hara looks like he was able to get by his hot body's teammate to take over the 2 spot. And now let's see if Hara, we'll see once we get it here. They come, oh no, Ronefalk, donkey flip there, side grab. Tumbling around. We're still showing Battier, Tessman, and Hara. Coming up, 41 minutes to go here in this World Championship final.
1/3 of the way there.
Robert Battier in control of this one. Spaniard as the World Championship. I'm sure he would love that.
Donde está mi World Championship?
Robert Battier driving a Mugen. How great would that be for Mugen, the release of the new MBX7, and then boom, World Championship title, but we've got a long way before we can say that. Somebody going through the infield.
I'll do it myself,
yeah.
Mr. Side Grab and Turn Marshal. Please don't touch my car.
Got it.
Hopefully that is not our leader. It looks to be Hara.
And Mayfield
buttoning up here. So that was Hara off track, and Mayfield making up a bunch of ground.
Yeah. Battier, huge. Huge. I'm looking at 13 seconds right now.
We have seen that before, though, in World Championship events. Keeping the composure. Track is going to build up some. Oh,
Mayfield in.
Mayfield coming in. Jackie with the grab. BT with the fuel.
Mayfield came in 4th position.
So we'll give you a running order update. Battier, Tessman, Hara, Mayfield, Gwynn, Ronefalk, Peterson, Cody Kang climbing the ladder. Sitting 8th right now. Dakota Fenn 9th, Wheeler 10th. Lee Martin circulating, but after a couple flameouts, kind of no dog in this fight. And Ryan Lutz back out there doing some testing at the World Championship.
It is Battier. Huge lead right now. Last time by. 9 seconds over Tessman.
But it does kind of go up and down a little bit with the pit stop. So I think Battier just off pit stop, what would be number 3, if I had to guess, coming through the 21-minute marker. Pit stop 2, fuel tank number 3 in the car.
Here come Battier over the doubles. No problem this time. Keeps it off the curb. Taking
smooth.
a wide line there.
He's looking really smooth. I think at that horseshoe there, you either got to run right next to the pipe, square, or you got to be way out past the rough stuff. I think Battier's out on a fresh tank right now.
Battier leading away, driving a Mugen from Spain. Ty Tessman second.
Battier sort of class of the field right now. He's got a fast lap of a 45.8. 3/10 up on, or I'm sorry, a 10th up on Hara's fast lap. But out there circulating at low 47s on a pretty regular basis.
Oh, getting a little off track.
Feeling the flow.
Last time by, he had a 9-second lead over Tessman. This one is far from over. 9 seconds, that's one crash. If the marshal doesn't see you, well, you lose 5-6 seconds. Again, the wide line out there.
Found the clean spot of the track.
Yep. You can see it shining in the sunlight where there's no divots, holes, or crevasses.
He's looking very composed right now. The buggy doesn't make too many missteps, and when it does, he just kind of rolls through it. His pace is good. Tires kind of stay on the ground through all the rough stuff for the most part. He's nailing downsides just clean enough. He's not trying to hit everything perfect. He's giving himself some safety room there. A little extra juice in case the face got beat up or there's a little dirt in front or dust buildup that wasn't there before. So Battier looking strong right now and continues to stretch his lead out, actually. Coming up on a 13-second lead as Tessman cycles through on his pit stop.
So Tessman pit stop 53.9.
Not awesome, but safe.
Right.
They know they have a lot of time left. Haven't even got to the halfway point.
No, and now Tessman starting to stretch. You can see a lap or two past Battier each time. So run time there. You were in the last 2 pit stops. It's going to be very, very interesting, Charlie.
Not just that. They may decide to short stop at the end for pit lane. I mean, that could come down to pit lane clearance, who's in and out and stuff like that, and maybe some team play going on in there. You have some back markers come pit stop in front of these guys.
Battier, Tessman, Har, your top 3. Mayfield in 4th. Mayfield 3 seconds behind Har. Yannicka Gwynn looking good in the top 5. David Ronefalk from 10th up to 6th. Taylor Peterson is 7th. Cody Kang in the 8th spot. Dakota Fenn 9th. Josh Wheeler rounding out your top 10.
Lee Martin and Lutz both have some mechanical difficulties early on this one, but back underway All 12 cars up and running here at the World Championships. Getting closer to the halfway point, 24 minutes down, 36 minutes left to go in this one.
Battier out front, leading away, as Charlie said. 24 minutes complete in this one. Battier, multiple European champion, coming over the corner couch. Pick up Tessman here underneath. Beautiful shot there from Camp 2.
Definitely looking good, but you see the back end protesting. He's in the air, turns sideways. When we watch Ronafalk work around the track, a little smoother, a little more in control. So Ty just got to keep it together, keep composure. You see him running that inside line still, a little more difficult on the car, a little harder on the driver as well, but maybe Tessman knows his game plan, going to stick with it. Streaking down the main straight through the sweeper.
Battier last time by, Charlie, looked like now maybe about a 15-second advantage. That is huge.
Starting to stretch it out there.
35 minutes to go.
Third of a lap lead for Lieberman. That's enough that you could make an extra pit stop almost.
Yeah, for sure.
They lose about 5 seconds coming through the pit lane.
Here's Battier coming to the start-finish line.
Still looking very in control, nice and smooth. For as rough as that track is, you couldn't tell by looking at Battier's car. See him running high lines everywhere, not even trying to put his car on the race line right now, just running where it's smooth, which I guess that's the race line. You see him besting Tessman's time last time by, a 47.1. Well, check that, Tessman making up just a 10th that time. And you got 15 seconds to make up. You're going to have to do it in bigger chunks than that, though.
Yep, 15-second lead right now for Ty Tessman. So even if he's one less stop, that's only half of that deficit. Close back up.
26 minutes down, 34 to go.
Ooh, there's Tessman, another mistake. Ooh, man, Tessman looks so dominating at the start for the first 6-7 minutes. Now small little mistakes allowing Battier to just pull away.
That tabletop's getting bad over there. Seen a
Oh,
couple guys
big
catch
tumble
it.
on the front straightaway. Just saw somebody getting all kinds of wrong. Looks like somebody trying to get there.
Looked like a pink car. Maybe it was Martin. Rana Falk would have been clear of that section of the track, so we pick up our leader. Was not him. Lots of cars flying off that tabletop in the back there. What they're trying to do is land kind of just short on the flat on top, and when they're doing that, they're going a little long, and they're landing right on the lip, and that hits the center of the chassis. No tires on the ground, bucks it over.
Battier, Tessman, Mayfield leading away. We have 33 minutes left to go. All right, our leader in for fuel. Nice stop. Safe, down and away. Another good stop there for the Battier team. Smooth and steady. Battier almost shorts it.
Coming down through the corner couch, under the shade tree, now into the tabletop around that little tiny 180. The baby double that's been nice and easy all weekend. A little pothole sidestep there. Hits the Enigma, lands it perfectly. Front end bounces up just a little bit. Laser beam through the short chute. It just drove through the regular rough line there. Gonna feel it out, see what everybody, what the fuss is all about down there. Looking smooth.
Down the straightaway he goes one more time, still with a very, very strong lead over Ty Tessman. Sushihara in third, Ryan Mayfield fourth. Yannick sitting in the 5 spot.
Battier's outlap of 52 flat.
A good pit lap.
Did a 46.9 on the way in before.
Good battle here between Sushihara and Ryan Mayfield for third spot. Mayfield taking a tight line, hard a wide line.
Tessman checking in that time by. He is 10 seconds. Sorry, check that. 14 seconds off the back of Battier.
Battier with a huge lead. We followed this battle between Hara and Mayfield. And there is no question, the most versatile racer in RC is this man right here, Atsushi Hara.
He has won major races with more different types of RC vehicles than anyone I care to think about. He's made more World Championship A mains than anyone else, and he's had more World Championships in different formats than almost anyone.
Exactly right. Oh, and he tumbles and fumbles, and so does Mayfield. Mayfield crashed in the Enigma, and he was able to get by even with the crash, so Hara goes by.
Mayfield to the 3 spot.
If there was ever a race like an endurance race with many, many different disciplines of racing, there's no question Hara would do it, because he can wheel a mod touring car, a 12 scale, 200 millimeter nitro touring car, 8 scale buggy, 4-wheel drive electric car. It doesn't matter. He can do it.
As they say on the East Coast, that's a driver.
Driver. It's Battier. Sound like Bruce Carboni there. Driver.
Mayfield
Battier.
through the quarter couch. Hara pursuing hotly up on the curb, TC style. Making up ground on Mayfield now. Got the fire in his eye. Ah, but short on the double. Chassis slapping good times. Mayfield sidestepping. Getting her whipped out up onto the Enigma. Ducks down to the inside through the baby switches. Far side double. Through that laser beam short shoot. Hara going to the high side around the horseshoe. Both of them looking good over the triple.
Hara really closed up there, coming after the downside. Bouncing there for Mayfield, coming onto the straightaway. See Hara closing in. Hard on the binders there, right on the curbing. Mayfield able to stretch it out on the exit. A little wide there. Hara taking a look to the inside. There, nose to tail over the double, to the corner couch. Coming underneath the oak tree. Hara taking a look to the outside here. Oh, wing high. He's all over Mayfield here. Nice line sliding around.
This is your battle for the 3 spot raging on here just as we pass the halfway mark of this World Championship event. 29 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this one.
Hara struggling there as it came off the Enigma. It squared up really, really sharp coming out as soon as he went to the concrete. Mayfield rolls it over. Luckily, rubber side, back to the dirt, the J Concepts making contact again with the ground. And Mayfield going to hold on to P3. It is Battier, though, still stretching it out, continuing his lead right now. Holy moly, 19 seconds
ahead.
over Tessman.
So running order just past the halfway mark going to be Robert Battier, Ty Tessman, Ryan Mayfield as your current podium positions. Then you're going to have Atsushi Hara, Yannicka Gwynn, David Ronafalk, Taylor Peterson, Dakota Fenn, Cody Kang, Josh Wheeler rounding out your top 10. Lee Martin and Lutz rounding out the field, but both suffering mechanicals early on. Back underway here, making some laps, doing some tests.
We are past the halfway mark and an absolute huge, huge lead for Robert Battier. We thought it was going to be a huge battle of cars jumping off the track and mistakes and crashes, but Battier took advantage of a couple small mistakes early in Tessman's run and now has absolutely left the field.
You got to wonder if it's coming later in the race, though. If there's one thing that I've been seeing at this track or World Championships, that the layout starts to deteriorate. The mains are longer. They're out on the track longer than they've been before.
Now these guys, 30 minutes is as long as they run. We are past that mark. They had to guess on tire compound and things like that.
Right.
Obviously, everybody went to a harder compound. Now they're in uncharted territory right now on this track, on this layout, running for this long.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was leading towards. Thank you very much for finishing the thought. I got stuck there. Thank you, sir. But to see what happens to these guys at the end of the run is going to be the case. And if Battier can maintain this pace, he's been consistently fastest car lap by lap, but continues to stretch the lead out every time he crosses the line.
I think that was Hara that just pulled off in the pit as he was in a battle there with Mayfield. Mayfield sitting in third. Hara peels off as we are 27.5 minutes left to go in this World Champion fight. Oh, man, I think that was Cody King. So Cody has made the final, not really given a run to defend his title, but man, can't take anything away from him. He worked his way to the championship final.
Plus, he had to drive like an extra 30 minutes compared to everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
A triple bump into the final.
And yeah, he had some work cut out for him. Made the final, so tip of the hat there for your defending world champion.
Gaining lots of points in the Fantasy RC League.
Robert
well.
Batty.
Oh, pit in for Mayfield.
All right, Mayfield's in.
Jackie grabs it, BT fuels it, down and away.
Whoa.
Mayfield getting a little buck wild on the pit lane exit.
We got 27 minutes to go in this one. Battier just continue to stretch it out. Ty Tessman. Ty's going to need some help at this point, Charlie. With 26 plus to go, he's going to need a little help. It is hard to make up 20 seconds on Battier.
Yeah, when Battier's turning lap times like he's turning, he's just a tick quicker than these guys, and they know that on the driver's stand. They can see that they can't keep contact with the guy who's leading them around the track right there. So, and what that does is it makes them push a little bit harder, maybe breeds a couple mistakes here and there. Gordon and Mama Tessman down in the pit lane trying to keep their boy calm and composed. Still in this one. They had a much harder fight for their World National Championships a few months back, and just need to keep contact with Battier right now.
Exactly. Now we'll see with the 10 minutes. When you get into that 10 minutes to go, we'll see how much tires are left from these guys, because that can obviously play a huge part in it. Battier was really hard on it, as was Tessman at the start. Now he should be just in a groove right now. He's still doing some crazy fast laps. Battier just come in for a fuel stop, 51.8. That is a great, great outlap. And Dakota Fenn tumbling right in front of the leader. Dakota Fenn right now in the 9th spot for the young American.
So you see nearly a 20-second lead for Battier this time after the pit stop cycle through. He finished his pit stop and maintained a 20-second lead.
Is that Battier that just had a crash there? Can't tell. That was Robert Battier with a bad crash.
Rough and tumble there.
Yeah, exactly. So
Car looks okay.
The track looks very rutted. We'll see what the separation. Last time by, it was a 15, 16-second separation. Now that probably gave him a good 4, maybe gave Ty Tessman maybe back a good 4 minutes, or 4 seconds.
He did a 51 and backed it up with a 52-second lap time there. Believe Tessman was due on a very similar pit schedule to Battier. Tessman checks in, both of them in lap 44. Ooh, that's a pretty sizable lead there. Almost.
It just gave him 5 seconds back. So Tessman, it's gained back 5, but it is a 20-second lead for Battier. Man, he's got enough time for, man, big time. We're at 24. It's Battier, Tessman, and Mayfield.
36 minutes down in this one, 24 left to go. Battier, Tessman, Mayfield, Hara, Ronafalk, Peterson, Gwynn, King, Fenn, Wheeler, the running order. Martin and Lutz rounding out the field in that 11 and 12 spot.
World Championship final here from Argentina. Down the straight, you can see how rutted and bumpy it's getting. These cars just bouncing around as they come down. Pick up Battier back, your leader.
Thus far, a dominating performance by Battier. Pulled out in the 2 spot, stayed close to Tessman, kept the pressure on him. Tessman just waited for a couple mistakes, moved right on by, and has been running his race all along.
Well, Battier looking very, very impressive, driving a Mugen MBX7. He is from Spain. Two-time, I think it's two-time European champion.
Yeah, 2 times defender.
Coming onto the straightaway, taking a very wide line. Big rut there along the pit wall.
Fastest drive, almost every time they come across the line, Battier is fastest, 46.7 that time. Everybody else in the top 5 barely doing 48-second lap time. So Battier on point right now, looking strong.
More fuel stops here. All right, Tessman is in. Tessman down to the way. Good stop.
Clean, textbook.
Came in.
Side-by-side racing on the way out. Tessman not going down easy, going to fight for it. Clean racing there by these guys. Nobody trying to push the issue, giving each other racing room. Of course they are. This is the World Championship.
These guys racing hard. Got about 23 minutes to go. About 23 minutes to go in this one. Battier, Tessman, Mayfield. Then it's Hara and Ronafalk.
After that, you got TP. Taylor Peterson started back of the pack, improved himself by 6 positions right now. Yannicka Gwynn running 7th. Reigning WC Cody Kang still in the fight, but not at the front of the pack, running in 8th right now. The Phenom Dakota Fenn sitting 9th overall, and Wheeler out there running strong, just a couple back from the leaders, but not nearly as rough luck for him as Lee Martin and Lutz, who both had mechanicals early on in this World Championship final.
Battier out front. But Charlie, as we've seen, anything can happen on this very fast but extremely rough track. And he's a long way yet before he can think about that title. He's got 22 plus minutes to go. He has the Mugen of Robert Battier dominating this World Championship final.
And starting to get stretched out so far that it looks like Battier starting to get close to lapping through the podium, folks.
Man, it's Battier, Tessman, Mayfield, and Hara, your top 4.
20 minutes left to go in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of laps left to go. World Championship underway here. Robert Battier has been leading from, I want to say, the 5 or 10 minute mark. Has not looked back once and has only been increasing his lead. Last time our leaders came across the line, some, what's that, 25 seconds?
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty good lead.
Huge lead.
Yeah, 25-second lead right now for Battier. So all he's got to do is concentrate, keep the rubber to the dirt, and he will be doing just fine.
Very consistent lap times for Battier, always in the low to mid 47-second lap times. Everybody else, you're seeing pop a 48 in there every once in a while, and that's a problem. You pop a 48, you're giving back a half a second or more at least. Usually it's a little more than a second.
Battier underneath the oak tree over that double, lots of shadows. See the shadow now all the way into the next lane over. At the start of this race, it was just to the lane before. Now it's already coming into this lane here. Shadows continue to fall on the track, so they go from the bright sun into the shadows.
Oh, Mayfield. Oh, side grab. Oh, no, check that. Tessman went.
That was Tessman.
Marshall with the side grab, flirting with his aster.
Scaring. All right, Battier down and away again. So Battier just in a rhythm right now, Charlie. Fumbling, tumbling, stumbling. Does it stay lit? Woo!
Everybody running to get the leader on that one. That's what I like to see.
Man, that was almost tragic right there. Those are the things that he cannot afford to do.
Definitely.
That is for sure. One bad twist, something happened, boom, flame out, done.
Good things for him is all he's got to do is kind of hope for the best. If it lands on the wheels and he can drive away, he's got 20 seconds to play with.
That's a half a lap.
That's a day in the racing world. He's got time for some mistakes and some marshals to not pay attention, but carrying on here as he works his way through the big horseshoe. You're going to see what he looks like over the triples here. Very smooth. Battier has been strong all along. With his wreck lap, he's going to check in this time by still faster lap than some of his competitors have been doing. 55.2 that time by on that horrible lap.
Ty Tessman's last lap was a 50. So Tessman had a chance to make up almost 10 seconds there if Tessman wouldn't have crashed.
Well, I think that was his pit out.
It was his pit out, exactly, with everything.
Pit out we've seen in a while.
Yeah, it was a 55 with the crash. Yeah. He is in his zone right now, no doubt about it, as we are 19 minutes left to go in this 2012 World Championship final.
Battier's got some options for himself here. He came in at the 20-minute mark, so he'll probably go just 2 more stops and be done with this main event.
We'll see. He goes that wide line again, a bit safer over the triples.
Tessman now on the far side. Rolling the single, many corners back from our leader. It's our leader already over to the double-doubles, and Tessman just now exiting the Enigma. That's a long time away, but Tessman pushing hard nonetheless. Just Battier outpacing the field right now.
So it is Robert Battier. He's the first Spaniard to ever win the World Championship title. First Mugen since 2004. Gilliam Ray won it back in 2004. So it'd be a big day for Spain and for Mugen.
Less than 20 minutes remaining. We're at the 18 minutes to go mark.
Battier, Tessman, Mayfield, and Hara. Mayfield would love to be on the podium. Obviously, he wants to be on the top spot. But he's sitting strong right now. Separating quite a ways back here from Tessman. So it's a big break between Battier and Tessman, Tessman and Mayfield.
Tessman just there falling off the Enigma, doing the turbo line through the Lake Titicaca section, back underway now.
Mayfield right now got about a 4+ second lead over Hara for that third and final podium spot. And now if we're guessing right, it looks like Hara should be on 1 less stop than these guys.
Yeah, 21 seconds the lead for Battier over Tessman. Back to Mayfield, it's a while before we get back to the third spot driver. Tessman still checked in with 53 laps, waiting to see where Mayfield's at. We work our way around with Battier.
Battier still punching it.
I think that's Mayfield just in front of Battier. Yes, it is. So Mayfield got his work cut out for him. Second spot not secure as he's got 5 seconds ahead of Asushi Hara right now.
So Mayfield in third, Tessman second, Battier still on point, Hara in the 4th spot, David Ronenbalg sitting in 5th. Ronifolk right now looks to be about 11 seconds back of 4-spot Hara. Taylor Peterson still in the top 6, halfway up the field, followed by Yannick, Cody, Dakota, Josh, and then Lee and Ryan.
16 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of time left. Anything can happen. Working around the track with David Ronifolk right now, who is running in that 5 position. Through the short chute he goes, up onto the Enigma.
Ooh, catching it right up there.
It's getting dicey everywhere, and those corners that were just pretty straightforward stuff is coming out of the track.
That's a fact. It's definitely deteriorating now as we have constant pounding after a week of sun and rain and sawdust and marshals and everything out there. It is definitely falling apart in the closing 15 plus minutes left of this World Championship final.
Yeah, we had 6 sets of 30-minute lower mains, plus the 30 minutes worth of practice, plus the 30 minutes worth of the 35-plus main event. And here we are in the closing stages, 15 minutes left to go in this World Championships finals here from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
When we close up on the corners, you can see that just sporadic right there, the stones that are just sticking up in the ground as the dirt just falls away and the ruts gain bigger. But it is Robert Battier from Spain driving a Mugen out in a dominating performance right now as we are 15.5 minutes to go. It's Battier, Tessman, Hara, and Mayfield, your top 4.
Battier through the backfield now, looking good over those double-doubles, nice and smooth. And you alluded to the rocks that are on the track. Maybe people think that there's stones on the track, but compared to an A-scale, there's some boulders coming through the surface out there for these guys. And you see just going along in a straight line even being difficult as those wings are bouncing very high through the short chute sections. The faces of the jumps all beat up. All drivers having to do lots of correcting of the vehicle in the air to get it to land nice and flat. And nobody really able to nail the downsides like they want. Got to play it safe.
It is a commanding run right now for Robert Battier. Hung with Tessman at the start. Knew it was a long, long race. Tessman led it for the first 5-ish minutes or so. Made a couple mistakes. Battier able to get by. Tessman tried to catch, could not. And then Battier just slowly, lap after lap, was able to pull it away, put distance between him and the young Canadian. And right now up to a plus 20-second lead in the World Championship final.
Got to be starting to get a little nerve-wracking for the drivers on the stand. This is when you start to feel maybe, did it turn where I wanted to last time? Does that wheel look loose? How's the camber on this thing as I come by? Is it lean? Is it rich? How's my clutch feeling? All those things running through these drivers' minds, all while they try to maintain a pace that'll keep their position and hopefully advance it for a few.
Hara and Mayfield continue that fight for the 3rd spot, separated by less than 3 seconds.
It looks like Hara getting by Mayfield now.
So that changes around. 13, now 14 minutes to go. Battier, Tessman, Hara, and Mayfield, the top 4.
Battier with the pit stop, down and away, nice and clean.
Oh, there's that rut he caught last time that sent it.
Yeah, went around it this time, slower.
So Battier continues to be in charge of this one as we are 13.5 minutes to go. Charlie, that means he has one more stop. One more fuel stop for Battier after this.
Battier over the doubles, now into the single section. 13 minutes left to go in this one. Oh, Battier starting to come up short now. Realizes this one's coming to a close and starting to find all the problem spots on the track.
Battier, Tessman, Hara, Mayfield, David Ronifolk sitting in 5th. That'd be a great result for the young Swede from 10th to move up to 5th. Yannick in 6th. Taylor Peterson still looking good there from 12th up to 7th, followed by Cody Kang, Dakota Fenn, Josh, Lee, and Ryan as we have 13 minutes to go. Battier coming up to the double-double. Perfect. Complete shadows now in that corner. Underneath the oak tree he goes. Up to the tabletop. Safe. Lands on top. Over the double. No worries there. Rolls this one. Sets up for the Enigma. Going to the inside. Trying to avoid that. Whoa. Yeah, a little 50-50 grind rail slide there.
Dicey.
Downsides there, coming up to the up-down carousel. Catches those ruts there, and you can see it just twist the car around. Needs to go to that wide line. Coming across the start-finish line through the big ruts. Trying not to go too wide down the straightaway. Battier still in control. Tessman and Hara and Mayfield. That battle there between Hara and Mayfield separated by 4 seconds for the 3 spot. Battier again over the double-double to the corner couch. Underneath the tree. Over the tabletop again, not skying over the old top. Oh, Lee Martin going offline, just pulling away, letting Battier go by.
Martin, as we alluded to, had some rough luck, couple flameouts in his World Championship Day final, unfortunately. So your running order thus far with 11 minutes to go is Battier, Tessman, Hara, Mayfield, Ronafalk, Peterson, Aguin, King, Wheeler, Fenn, Martin, and Lutz. Quite a commanding lead.
Absolutely commanding. Hara way back from Tessman. Separation there. Oh, 19 seconds between Tessman and Hara. Battier, last time by, we'll check the separation when Tessman goes by, but it looks to be about 20 seconds between those two. Battier remains to be in control of this one as we come up on 11 minutes to go here in this final.
And that was Hara in that third spot, coming out of pit lane with 11:30, so maybe one more pit stop in the future for Hara.
So everybody here looks like should be able to go just one more fuel stop. We're coming up just under 11 minutes to go. Battier, Tessman. I see a Marshall hoofing it somewhere. Can't see who it was. We pick up, we're on Hara. Sushi Hara over to triple. Sushi third. Battier, Tessman, Hara, Mayfield in fourth. Mayfield with the pit stop here. Hara coming across the start-finish line. Wait for Mayfield to come around and we'll get the separation there from Mayfield. And now 10.5 minutes to go. Mayfield crossing for the 61st lap. Puts 7 seconds back from Hara. So Mayfield 7 seconds off the podium.
Coming up to the 10-minute mark, Scotty. Getting closer and closer to the close of this World Championship. And a brand new running order. I think we don't have any return championships except for maybe Hara in the mix of this one. And he's going to have his work cut out for him. He needs some bad luck on two other drivers' behalf.
Exactly, with Battier in control right now, and Battier's got to be getting hollered at by his mechanic. Just stay focused, concentrate, lap after lap, keep the tires to the dirt, and he will be doing just fine. We are just under 10 minutes to go.
Battier rolling that Mugen, brand new vehicle at this event, looking very strong right now. Nova Rossi power rolling around on pro circuits right now as he makes his way through the corner couch section into the shade tree. Now around that 180, that whole section getting under the shade as we switch back to Tessman now. Tessman in that hot bodies ride. OS Power rolling on pro line tires, making his way through timing and scoring.
Tessman still going to need some help, but Battier continues to put lap after lap, about the same lap times. No real mistakes over the last 5-6 minutes, minding the previous pit lap where he tumbled out of the pit lane. So as Battier doing what he needs to do right now, is we are 9 minutes left. We are 51 minutes complete in this World Championship title.
Still, though, plenty of laps left to go. You see these guys got at least 10 more laps in the books on this very, very treacherous track. We have a couple guys are due in for pit stops yet. We are waiting patiently for this one to come to a close, but Robert Battier has been the class of the field since about the 5-minute mark. Tessman coming by, one more lap in the books for young Ty.
It is a thrilling final 8 minutes here before us. Can Battier keep it together? Can he hold on to bring Spain their first 8-scale buggy world championship?
Odds are yes, but as we know in these World Championships events, anything can happen. We're missing some very heavy hitters from this world final due to the racing action that went on here today. These guys are just fast. The track has been treacherous, and it's come down to who can keep their calm the longest.
Charlie, something else to think about is tires. We talked about, are they going to last? We're in that questionable period now with 8 minutes. It is Robert Battier not running one of the normal big brands. He is on pro circuit tires. So this would be a huge win, a world title for pro circuit. Mugen, we'll see 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this one.
Anybody that hasn't made their final stop is going to do it any second now. Battier, Tessman, Hara, top 3. Mayfield, Ronafalk, Peterson, Aguin, King, Wheeler, and Fenn, the top 10.
So now it is pressure time for these guys. Battier has to stay absolutely focused. They've been driving for 52.5 minutes. Obviously feeling the flow there in their groove, but now he's got to start thinking about that world title is right before him, just out of his grasp right now with 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to go.
Working around the track with Tessman through the center sections now, making his way back around to where start finish. Oh, getting it all kinds of wrong there in the horseshoe, but holding on tight.
Tessman in for his final stop. Good fuel stop there for the Tessman family. It is Battier, Tessman, Hara, and Mayfield. Mayfield is 8 seconds back from Hara for that final podium spot. Ronefalk still in the 5 spot. Yannick 6. Taylor Peterson 7. Peterson now moving up is Yannick Gwynn. Maybe things happening with pit stop. Oh no.
Final pit stop.
Final pit stop. Battier. A big holler from his mechanic, and Robert Battier now down and away. The fire stays lit. Robert Battier now on his final run with 6 minutes, 20 seconds away from his first World Championship title.
One more gas tank to go for Mr. Battier as he works his way through this 180 nice and easy. Nothing easy about this lap right now. It doesn't matter how slow you try to drive your car, it wants to flip over, especially when the World Championship is online. Battier can feel the wheel nuts coming loose. I think he can see the wing rattling. He's wondering if the body clips are still on it. Maybe the receiver pack feeling a little bit flat to him right now. Just trying to push all that out of his mind and keep it together here for less than the length of a qualifier. This is barely the amount of time these guys did in the warm-up. Battier trying to fight off the demons, keep it together. Down the straightaway he goes, through the sweeper. Treacherous there, even in a very easy section of the track. Through the banana-orama. Now he comes to the backside doubles, looking smooth, nailing those downside nice and clean. Maybe the tops of the jumps are a lot smoother than the bases now. Over the tabletop, lands very short of the downside. Wants to roll through there with the suspension unloaded. Here he comes now through the single one more time. You know, our little baby switchback jumps us up onto the Enigma. Looking good through the Enigma. That's one of the most, almost rolling it over there as he comes off the carpet onto the concrete. Does the double, nice and short, but to be quite honest with you folks, he's got a 30-second lead over his next closest competitor. Maybe about 20 seconds right now as he was just off that pit stop.
We'll see once the pit stops come through. They're both. Here's Battier crossing for lap 69. We are now 5 minutes to go here. I see a Marshall scrambling, somebody way off track.
Lots of people run. Non-Marshall's going for that one. It's stuck in the fence.
Yeah, but it's not Battier, because Battier coming underneath the oak tree here to the tabletop. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Tessman yet to cross the finish line, so you can see the lead that Robert Battier from Spain has built up here in his World Championship final. As now Tessman crosses the line, so a 27-second lead.
Huge.
It is official. He's checked out. Gone. Huge lead for Robert Battier from Spain. An impressive run for him. He's got 4 minutes and 15 seconds till they add his name to the very prestigious list of 8-scale buggy world champions.
We drop back and we pick up Mayfield here, and he's got a mirror full of Ronefalk. This is your battle for the 4th spot right now.
So it is Battier, Tessman, Hara, Mayfield, Ronefalk, Yannick Gwynn is 6, followed by Taylor Peterson, Cody King, Josh Wheeler, Dakota Fenn, then Lee and Ryan. 4 minutes left to go here in the World Championship final. It is Robert Battier from Spain, dare I say, dominating this A final, this World Championship race. What they look forward to every 2 years, the best of the best gather from around the globe to find out who is going to rise to the top. And right now it is Robert Battier, 3.5 minutes away.
And Battier has been taking this whole race to sign his name all over this event. I own this final. I took the lead early, and I've been continuing to stretch out my lead every single lap of this event. Watch me run, boys. Try and catch me.
It is Battier, Tessman, Hara, your top 3 looking the podium right now. We are coming up on the 3-minute mark. Just a few circuits left for the Spaniard. Driving the Mugen, it is Robert Battier out front, dominating this World Championship final.
5 laps left, 6 laps maybe left to go in this one. They're scheduled to do 76 laps in 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
He took it nice and safe there over, just single. He's nice and wide there, catches a little bit of the rut. Over the triple, no problem. 2:40 to go. They are all good on fuel. The only thing they're waiting to hear is the finishing tone. Robert Battier down the straightaway one more time. Still good lap times, a little bit slow. No doubt he's in a little safe mode right now, trying to just keep them pro circuit tires to the dirt.
So top 10 right now, Battier, Tessman, Hara, Mayfield, Ronefalk is the top 5. Then it's a Gwynn, King, Wheeler, Fenn, and Peterson finishing off your top 10 order. Just 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Robert Battier in control of this one. Here comes through the single one more time, up on the curb and over the Enigma. Nice and easy there. He's done this feels like probably a million times, but these last several laps are going to be the worst, coming up short on the double there.
That's the second lap now, maybe third, that he's taking it single. He has backed it down. He has downshifted one gear, just taking it nice and safe. With 2 minutes to go, now it's got to be on my mind. I am just a couple circuits away of being the 2012 World Champion. No doubt his mechanics are up there giving him information that he's got a huge lead. He just has to keep it safe, has to keep it together, focus for just a couple more laps.
Hara and Tessman are charging hard, trying to get those hot body buggies to the front, but Ronnefolk has just been too fast. His Mugen car working well here in the final, and him driving extremely well. Very few mistakes seen from Battier this time, and looks to be dominating still as we come down to just over a minute left, 1:25 on the master clock.
So it's Battier continuing to do lap after lap in the high 48s, but safe laps. No mistakes. Over the triples, downside is stuck to landing. As he comes across the line this time, he's going to have a minute 15 to go. Coming in for a safety stop here.
Safety first.
He's got a 29-second lead. They've had great stop.
Yeah.
A safety stop there, down and away. And strategy right there, not chancing it. Going to keep it going. A scary time when you come in, but a money stop. His mechanics right on the game, and we are 45 seconds to go.
Battier through the far side. Here he comes for maybe the last time over that very tricky tabletop downside. Super rough. Watch him here through the baby doubles. No problem. Little over jump. Going to roll the single. Back end bucking high through there. He comes last time on the Enigma.
It is Robert Battier, 30 seconds to go. World Championship title right before him. He is going to have one more circuit to go. Takes it nice and safe. All he's got to do is get to the finish line. Over the triple, no problem. Airs it out, sticks the landing. 20 seconds to go on the curbing. Over the bridge he goes. Underneath for one more time. It is Robert Battier from Spain, trying to bring Spain their first 8-scale buggy title. All he's got to do is bring it around. He stayed with Tessman at the start of this race. Tessman with a solid run in the semis. Battier stayed with him. About a few laps, a few minutes in, he was able to get by after Ty Tessman made a few mistakes, and Battier put his head down and just started to pull away. It is the Mugen that he drives out front. He is taking it nice and easy into the Enigma one more time. Big air for him. He is sliding around. He knows he's got it in the bag. His name is going to be on the trophy as he comes. Just a couple more corners left to go, and the 2012 title is his. He is sliding around. Big air there. Ladies and gentlemen, coming across the finish line, your 2012 World Champion, Robert Battier.
Congratulations not only to Robert Battier, but for the brand new Mugen MBX7. Debut ride coming home with the World Championship. You cannot ask for much more than that. Mugen loves Argentina right now.
Man, oh man, Robert Battier out front for Robert Battier, taking a win over Rossi engine. A fantastic, dominating run. Battier hoisting a trophy up as victor. No doubt a dominating performance here in 2012 World Champion Robert Battier.
Big hug there from the reigning world champ. I'll let you have this one, he says.
He earned it, that's for sure. Congratulations from Cody King.
Robert, brand new IFMAR World Champion. Tell us how you feel.
It's a dream come true. I mean, since beginning, with my dad, we work a lot. We don't have so much words now, but I mean, I would like to thank you, everyone, since I started in the RC, and my family and everyone who are supporting me all the time, my girlfriend and everyone.
Say something for your fans back home watching on LiveRC.
Yeah, that finally I get it. I mean, it would be really, really difficult, sure. I've been the last 2 months like no life, just racing all the time. And nothing else, thank you for everything. I hope you like my title, and that's all, thank you.
Thank you very much, Robert. There you have it, Robert Battier, new 2012 IFMAR World Champion. All right, we're here with Ty Tessman, who perhaps just completed one of the best 8th scale years in the history of RC. He swept nationals. He's been on the podium everywhere, fresh off of a second-place finish here at the IFMAR Worlds tie. Wasn't quite a win, but you must say it. You got to admit, it's a pretty good performance.
Yeah, it was good. My car was good the whole time. I just made too many mistakes. Driver just was too fast, I guess.
Well, the track is not quite. The track is prone to producing mistakes by drivers, so that's bound to happen. Is there anything in hindsight you wish that you could have done just prevent the mistakes, or was there anything you could have done to your car, or do you feel like you left nothing on the table?
Well, there was one thing we could have done to the car, but I just would have not made the mistakes if I could.
Okay, well there you have it, Ty Tessman. Not thrilled, but you got to be pretty happy with a second place finish. How are you going to feel after leaving this event? Are you happy? Are you content? Are you frustrated? Are you motivated for 2014? What are you going to be feeling tomorrow?
I'm just gonna go back and try to do the best I can the next 2 years and hopefully win again, or hopefully win the next one.
All right, there you have it. A man with plenty of time ahead of him in his future RC career to win a world championship or perhaps two. Congratulations, Ty. All right, we're back down here with Atsushi Hara, who's, if he continues his historic pattern, next year you're going to finish fourth, right? He's finished first in 2008, second 2010, third place now. Excellent, excellent string of finishes at the IFMAR Worlds. How do you feel about your performance here today?
Yeah, definitely not happy for the third, for sure, because I'm looking for only for winning. But at least I still have competitive speed with all the top guys. So one thing for sure, I'm really happy with this, and I still feeling like after 2 years later, next World, I'm sure I come back.
I'm sure you will. Now, do you feel like there's anything that you could have done differently now in hindsight after the main? Do you feel like that you should have done something different or drove a little bit differently? Or you said you weren't very happy with the third, you wanted to win. So usually, there's some ideas that must have been going through your head as to how you could have made that step up into the win. What do you think it was?
I think it's definitely I need more race, especially in Europe and the US. Especially this time, after Pattaya last time till now, it's pretty much race for any other class. So this is just kind of sounds like an excuse, but I need to make more schedule, more tight, keep just too hard, keep more hard to your practicing, testing, just keep up in the top level. And I have one thing for sure, I think is I have a best team for sure, mechanic, sponsors, all the teammate and everyone. So this is my kind of the biggest advantage for the next one also. So I think still I have a chance for next one.
You guys are running the D812 now officially. The whole team is running it. We know that in the past few years, Hot Bodies have been testing a lot, running a lot of different chassis. Do you feel like now that you guys are all on the same platform that that contributed to both you and Ty's success here this weekend?
I think so. We test all together in this year. We start this car project from the end of last year. Kind of not so much time to the development cars, but I think we did a very good job for everyone, engineers, suppliers, and everything. So I just want to thanks for everyone.
All right, well, there you have it. Atsushi Hara, third place finisher at the IFMAR Worlds.